Hey YouTubers, Live Large 86 here, showing you guys what I do to clean my brass, and I'll give you a quick simple recipe for this. First off, I want to say that some of this stuff was already done in a previous video, and yes, still waiting for my dies for my Dylan, coming in Friday hopefully, but you'll notice that my media tumbler is full of some weird stuff. And what I'm using here, guys, is the rcbs 87088, and it works great. It's quiet. Like I mentioned before, the only thing that irks me a little bit is that it's not made in the US. It's Chinese made, but it works great. And what the media that is inside is simple stuff. It is Desert Blend ground English walnut shells from Petco. This bag is a 10-quart bag. It's about $11. Corn cob, and of all places, I found this at Walmart when I was looking for ammo there. And for a little bit more aggression, this is white uncooked rice. That's all that is white uncooked rice. So that's what I mix up. Mixture what I did here is I put 4 cups of the walnut shells. I put 1 cup of the corn cob and a half a cup of the rice. And again, don't tell my wife, but I used her measuring cups to do it. And that's more or less. I mean, we're not Martha Stewart here, so we're not doing a precise thing, but the various things that are out there is the brass polish, and a lot of guys will tell you that, you know, no ammonia. This stuff works great. I don't know if you can still find it, but it's certainly on the back. Says somewhere that it contains ammonia. There it is. Contains ammonia. Caution. Brasso, from what I hear, you can't buy it anymore. And look at that, $2.99 at Kmart. This stuff is, of course, one-shot, you know, metal polish. This came from there it is. Bullseye Shooting. Love that guy. Has some great deals. And then every once in a while you have to go to a different guy just to make sure. And this is $10.99. It's more like case lube, but I mix it in a little bit just to make sure that there's a coating on there. And you can see it's $10 as well. So there's certain local guys around here that you can buy some great stuff from, decent pricing, and then there's some rip-off guys. I've done this before, and I'll do it again because I found out where this box came from, and I'll show you why I'm showing this box. One is, you know, be green, get your brass from the range, get your nice free case, nice box. Guys that don't want to reload, that's fine, but guys that don't want to reload, and there it is. Look at that, $36.99 for a box of 9mm Luger. That's crazy to say. As much as I like to promote these guys, because they're both good guys, this guy came from Cranston Firearms, and please send me a message saying anything, because I will never buy anything from you, and whoever bought this from you should stop shooting, because $36.99 for one box of 9mm Luger is insane. People should remember this, because when this whole firearms and ammo thing is over and done with, people should remember this, because this guy was gouging. There's no reason for that. So anyway, what I did here is, you know, you make up your mixture, you put it in, it's non-treated, and guys, I put mine on a timer. I put mine on a 2.5-hour timer. It's set for 2.5 hours right there, because just in case I fall asleep on the couch and I forget about it, I don't want this thing running for 5-6 hours. Not that it would hurt, but I usually turn it on first. and that is actually going right now. It's not that loud. It's already been treated. But you know, we'll add a little bit more to the mix. Add a little bit more of the mix to just kind of like reactivate it, because you know the brass takes up some of the chemicals. I've mixed this up really well, and you just stick in just a little bit. Doesn't need a lot, guys. And I've already done about, I don't know, 1,500 shells, and they've come out perfect. They're nice and clean inside and out, and it does a really good job. So what I know about the ammonia too is the guy that I buy most of my products from, he's up in Woonsocket, and I won't say his name because I don't know if he wants it mentioned, but he's up in Woonsocket, and you shooters from Rhode Island and nearby Mass, you know who he is. He does a lot of reloading. He has probably 15, 16 electric reloading machines, and that's all he uses was brasso or something with ammonia. Why? Because the ammonia is not, you're not bathing the brass in ammonia. So he uses stuff with ammonia. It works the best. It's a little on the odoriferous side, but you know, what are you going to do? Again, I've got free brass. Went to the range again, picked up some free brass, and I usually mark what it is, and I've got it marked. That way I can pull it out. This I'm doing for a friend of mine. So he doesn't care. He'll sort through this afterwards. Dumped in the brass. There's some 38 auto in there. There's some 40 Smith & Wesson, and I think he gave me some 45 ACP and some 9mm luger. So there's about a total of 200 rounds that are in there right now, and as you can see, they're just going to keep coming through, working itself through. The corn cob is a little bit more aggressive than the walnut, and the rice is a little bit more aggressive than the corn cob, and that'll all even out. I don't know if you see the clumps there, but that'll all even out within a little bit. So 2.5 hours from now, we'll have some nice clean brass. So, and then we'll take it over to here, which people have been asking for. And this is a homemade media separator. Now, what you need is you need somebody to work at a place where they can get you a 5-gallon bucket, a 1-gallon bucket, and have some leftover PVC. So this works great. You know, you do a little home PVC, made a handle, a couple of things. If I was actually to buy this, it probably would have cost, I don't know, $2. And then the 2 buckets I got for free, and then just the time of drilling this. Now what I did is I drilled this bucket. There we go. I drilled this bucket with a smaller hole, so it's like 3/10 of an inch, which is just a little bit smaller than 9mm. So it won't go through. The shells won't go through. It doesn't have to be perfect. As you can see, it's just as many holes as I got used to doing. Got bored with it. I got a little stop inside just so it rotates a little bit better. But what I do is just stick that in there, pour my media in there, and rotate it, and it comes out, and it separates the media, and everything remains in the bottom of the bigger bucket, and the smaller bucket retains the shells. So We'll go through some, we'll let this run for 2 hours, cover it up. There's the most noise you're going to get. Put a cover on it. Okay, there we go. Apologize for the noise. That's going. That's the actual noise. Now what I did here too, I'll shut this off for a second, is this thing tends to whip around if it's not in something. So, see how it's turning around? It just keeps walking on you. So what I did is I just took a piece of 3/4, I counterbored 3 holes that match up to the feet. And it's my nice little template. Nice little template, sits down there nice and flat. Turn it on, a couple of C-clamps, and it's good to go. So, like I said, be back in about 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours, and get that done. Put this away. I feel bad for the guy that paid the $37 for the 9mm luger. Really? So, again, corn cob, desert blend from Petco, and rice from the supermarket or your wife's cabinet, whatever. So, be back in a bit.